Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. My name is Sifu Bryan. I'm a North Bryan Mantis Kung Fu teacher with 30 years experience. It is the 2nd of August 2020. Welcome to my weekly quotes. Let's get straight to it. You see, but you do not observe. Sherlock Holmes. Fantastic quote. Love it. We see what's happening, but because we are not fully present, we are not able to put the pieces together. And I'm afraid this is what's happening. We're not putting things together logically or technically, but we can describe what we are seeing, but we're just, as it says, the pieces are not going together. So this is fantastic. I mean, like this so-called pandemic. I see another fact here, and it says here 260 people in the UK have died of this COVID-19 who were under the age of 65 and without perceived precondition. So if you are of working age and relatively healthy, you've got almost zero chance of dying. Let me say this again. You've got almost zero chance of dying of this thing. So I think everyone that is scared, it's understandably because, you know, the government has wheeled out their propaganda machine and have been quite unprecedentedly have led people, or the majority of people have been led into fear. The government has bombarded people with fear every single day. So, you know, naturally a lot of people are fearful, but, you know, you've got to look at it in a kind of logical way, and you've got to analyze that a lot of people that have passed died in care homes. The majority of deaths were, unfortunately, in care homes. Something what should have been their first priority to protect, because if you remember, it was about protecting the old people. This is what they said, but they failed to do that. So another thing that I've observed, like Sherlock Holmes, I've observed is that Lord Champson, I'm starting to like this guy, this old boy, you know, ex judge of the Supreme Courts, Justice Supreme Courts. This guy is phenomenal. But on the worldwide death of, again, it's COVID-19, it stands at about 600,000. Lord Sumption says that a case for a lockdown was, in his word, extremely weak. The bubonic plague was stronger, was more deadlier. TB was more deadlier. Meningitis was more deadlier. MERS was more deadlier. And SARS was more deadlier. And, you know, we could go on and on and on, but he goes on to say that a lockdown is very destructive educationally, mentally, socially, and that would have been a very strong case of reasons for saying not to have a lockdown, and we're still going through the sufferings of that right now, which is unfortunate. So yes, phenomenal. But another thing I like to go on about Spain, because I said there's been an upsurge in Spain, but the coronavirus worldometer, which measures deaths on a daily basis, is, let me see, in Spain, they're saying in Spain are rising, but not like they were. Between March and late April, if you look at the daily new deaths in Spain, it pretty much ceased around June the 13th. So what they're saying here from this world altimeter that measures these deaths, he's saying from the 13th of June, from June the 17th, daily deaths on that day was 6. On June the 22nd, the death from that day was 1. On June the 25th, the death from that day was 3. June the 4th, no deaths. July the 9th, 5 deaths. July the 19th, 0. July the 23rd, 3 deaths. July the 25th, 0. So for Spain, I mean, what they're saying here is that this is not a reason to destroy the holidays' hopes of 1.5 million people, because the government's trying to lock down on it. And I would agree, you know, those numbers are very, very low. You know, what we're saying to these governments around the world is to stop interfering with people's lives. It's down to the individual's health. It's down to them. It's down to them. And as we know, the World Health Organization downgraded this virus to lower than the flu. Lower than the flu. There's more people dying of the flu than of this. And when they're talking about cases are rising, that means they're going out looking for people to test them. Now, why do you need to go looking for people to test them if this is so deadly? Wouldn't these people know they've got something that could kill them? Wouldn't they feel it? Wouldn't they be running to the hospitals? No, because the majority of people are able to get on with things. It doesn't affect them. 99.9% of people probably had it, it's gone, whatever, in the system, whatever, done. So if it's so deadly, why do you have to go out your way to find more people? It's to keep the fear going. You know, it's to keep the fear going. And then when we go into the winter, what's going to happen? Because loads of people get colds and stuff. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to blame it on the virus and say it's a surge and we have to have another lockdown. No, I think people need to we will say, wake up. And like I said with this quote, you see, but you do not observe. You must observe what's going on. Do your own research. And then let's debate this. At least we're having a debate. These governments don't seem to want the debate. It's just whatever they say. And another beautiful thing were these doctors that came out the other day. Phenomenal doctors, about 9 of them. And one of them stood out, which was Dr. I think it was Celine, and of African origin, but she's an American doctor. And she came out straight to say no one needs to die. They've got a cure, which they don't like. All right, they don't like, because it goes against the narrative, but we can see with our own eyes, because a lot of them got censored and banned, which is disgusting. These are frontline doctors on the front line. They deal with it every single day, and they're telling you what has worked and what they've done, and they banned them. So we see what's going on. The people around the world sees what's going on, and we're telling you, governments or deep state or whatever you are, we're not having it. So I love this quote. I'll just say this quote one more time. You see, but you do not observe. Sherlock Holmes. Guys, wake up, be present, observe, and let's fight back. So phenomenal. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and of course subscribe for more of of the quotes, what I love. I always pick quotes that's make a connection with me, and I hope these quotes have made a connection with you. And obviously, leave your comments down below. We don't have to agree with everything. And it's a beautiful things about things. We don't have to agree, but we should have a common respect for each other. Alright? Not one size fits all, and if I don't agree with you, you get cut. Like these social media giants are doing. No. No. It's called debate. Alright? Debate, and we work together to get things done. So guys, on that note, love you all, take care, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys next week.